Japanese PM betrayed memory of victims of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Medvedev. Russian Security Council Deputy Chairman called the joint statement made by Fumio Kishida and Joe Biden that any potential use of nuclear weapons by Russia in Ukraine will be an irredeemable hostile act against humanity, a horrible shame. Moscow, January 14. /TASS/ Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida acted as a US attendant and betrayed the memory of hundreds of thousands of victims of the nuclear bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Russian Security Council Deputy Chairman Dmitry Medvedev said Saturday. Medvedev called the joint statement made by Kishida and US President Joe Biden that any potential use of nuclear weapons by Russia in Ukraine will be an irredeemable hostile act against humanity, a horrible shame. Medvedev underscored that he will not even comment on the paranoia regarding our state's nuclear plans. Just think about it. The head of the Japanese government, in his humiliating submissive ecstasy, speaks hogwash about Russia, betraying the memory of hundreds of thousands of Japanese nationals, who burned in the nuclear fire of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And Kishida could not care less that the US was the only state who used nuclear weapons. And Kishida's own homeland was the only victim, the official said on his Telegram channel. According to Medvedev, the Japanese Prime Minister should have reminded the US President about that and demand repentance that has not been expressed by the US authorities for this act of war. But no. Kishida is only a service staff for the Americans. And servants cannot have courage. The Japanese can only be pitied, Medvedev said. He described a method, which the Japanese Prime Minister could have used to wash off this shame, but stated his certainty that the concept of honor is not characteristic for this generation of Japanese vassals. On Friday, Biden and Kishida held a meeting in Washington, issuing a joint statement afterwards. In particular, the statement mentions further sanctions against Russia and support for Ukraine, and states that Russia's potential use of nuclear weapons in Ukraine would be unacceptable.